All right. Welcome on in. Greetings, everyone. How are you all feeling? Welcome on in. Happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday. How are we all feeling? How are we doing? Welcome in, Christine. Good to see you. Katura. Good to see you as well. Taylor, good to see you. Erica Dawson, good to see you. B, good to see you. Minga Lee, good to see you. Marvin, the Magi. Oh my goodness. Odell. Odell, you just got a break. Welcome in. Papa Flynn. Brother Man is here. Welcome in. Priestess Melanie, welcome in. Candy Smith is here. Attuned Chaos, welcome in. hmm Yeah, the energy has spiked. Yes, it has gone way up. I would agree. Mr. Dante is in the building. Thank you, Mr. Dante, moderating for us in the building. Peyton is here. Welcome in. Shh, come closer is here. King is in the building. Oh my goodness. Sweet mommy is in the building. This is your first time live. Well, welcome on in. Maria is checking in. Sammy is here. Trolando is here. Maria is here. Cosmic Love. Always love that name, sis. So beautiful. Davina is here. Welcome, 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 everyone on in. Corey is here. I am Ms.Blue, the SoulFul Oracle. Happy Friday to everyone. Happy Friday. Mm. Let me know where you all are tuning in from, like what state you're tuning in from, and also what country you're tuning in from, what country. How are you all doing? Good to see you, feminine, masculine R1. Roz T. Lee, welcome in, tuning in from Las Vegas, is in the house. The ATL is here. Chattanooga, Tennessee is in the building. Tremel, welcome in, Tremel, brother. Welcome in, Tremel from Daytona, Florida. Welcome in. Gulfport, Mississippi is in the house. Marvin, the Magi, Davis checking in from New Jersey. Detroit is in the house. The astrology villain of the zodiac. Love that name. Tolando is checking in from New Orleans. Papa Flynn checking in from Colorado Springs, Colorado, where Garden of the Gods is. Just some of the wonders of the world. Davina says, I'm on day 2 of the veil breaker. And oh my goodness. Yes, we got to talk about the veil breaker. Journey is in the building. Good to see you, Journey. Journey said, tuning in from Mendati, Lake Mendata. I don't know where that is, but welcome in. Greetings from Las Vegas. Kesha Monet, welcome in. Shanice is Shanada, checking in from Houston. Karmic Evolution, good to see you, Karmic. Haven't seen you in a while. Checking in from the UK. Welcome in, Tiffany. And Attune Chaos says, love Garden of the Gods. Such powerful energy there. Absolutely. I had one of my awakenings while in Garden of the Gods. Chief, ooh, I don't want to mess up your name. Big, I'm kind of getting people. Big is checking in from Virginia. Got Virginia. Angelique checking in from Mississippi. Odell checking in from Georgia. Lewis is in the Bay Area. Oh, you're in a lake in Minnesota. Well, that has to be really, really nice, especially right now. A lot of energy going on near lakes. Christine checking in from California, and James Love. Uh, salutations, checking in from the rings of Saturn. Ah, Ah, well, that's good. You on Saturn's rings, because word in the cosmic street, Saturn's rings. Saturn done lost his wings for a moment there. I frequent Garden of the Gods. One of the places I go to recalibrate. Yes, the energy is so powerful and divine there. La Crystal Mystic checking in from Arkansas. We used to say Arkansas. All right. Soul Sun Moon 13 checking in. Well, welcome everyone on in, and happy Friday again. And also happy Born Day to everyone who's celebrating a born day during the month of March. Um, yeah, yeah. We have officially crossed over into Aries season at this particular time. And I know you all can feel the energy, and it's not just an energy surge that we are experience at this time, but there has been a spike of what's happening because we are actually going through a portal at this particular time. Mhm. A portal at this time. And I don't have to tell you all this, but remember, we are all of the zodiac signs. It's a lot that's happening above. And for those of you who really, really are connected and understand about astrology and have some understanding about your charts and about astrology, then it's a lot going on. But I want us to just kind of bring that close to our heart. And that means that it's a lot that is transforming inside of you. Right now, we are going through a DNA upgrade. And that's for everyone on the planet. We are having a massive upgrade in our DNA, and we're becoming more crystalline beings. But this energy is hitting on certain areas. And I want to talk a little bit about that a little bit here. But I have some announcements that I need to kind of get out the way first. First of all, I want to say thank you again to everyone who purchased Veil Breaker. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. We had a sellout again. And so many of you, and let me know if you have the veil breaker with the liquid magic. And you all can see that there. You can see my bottle. I'm making a dent on here. This is my actual bottle here. But what I want to say about the liquid magic, and I want to talk about that because tomorrow we are having our live cosmic call. The live cosmic call is going to be tomorrow. So check your email because you should have received the information and the invitation uh, for the Veil Breaker Cosmic Call. If you haven't received it, then you will be receiving the invitation to attend the call. And I am so excited. I have really, really been, I've really, really been working with it. So some of you guys are saying you're on your second day and while. So I want you to make sure that we are documenting this because in my heart, I have had a love for liquid magic since I've been introduced to it. But during this time where so much and the energy is so electrified on the planet at this time, this is the support that we need that really can make the difference. And it is my intention that it is making a difference for you all. I want to say thank you to everybody who went to the site so far and have left their reviews. Shouts out to all of you. Some of you even left videos, which I think is super cool because I didn't even know you could do that. But definitely, I want you all to go so we can document this journey together. And because the response has been so overwhelming for the veil breaker, which is the liquid magic, I will be doing it again. I want us to get through this first round, which will last us for about 30 days, so about a month. And then I will be doing it again. It is something that I take every single day. You cannot be addicted to it. It doesn't interfere with any of your food regimens, any of your lifestyle regimens, or even if you're taking some sort of medication or dealing with um, some sort of regimen, some sort of healing modality that you're going through, it can only support you because it works on a vibration and it works on your frequency and it works on an emotional, a deep level. And until you have experienced liquid magic, I don't know if I could really articulate it. Some of you did an amazing job of articulating what it meant for you, but I want I want you all to do that. So please, please, if you have the veil breaker, you have the liquid magic, please go and leave um, your review on the site to be able to leave that. Mega Miss Little, check your email because I've been emailing you, but leave an email so you can get some of this good magic with this frequency and vibration in here. Uh-huh. You're looking forward to doing it again. You were going to buy two. And it's fine that you have multiple formulations. And so I am going to be working with one of my teachers to see and my guides of what the formulation is going to be for the next round of it. You all know, like, I'm really going to read that energy for us and really collectively to see how that is feeling for us and see how we're doing. It was and is. I am dropping everything I think of it, and it's amazing. Thank you for that, Roberta, and thank you for the beautiful video and your testimony. Like, you can feel it in your body, and it's not just something that's in your mind. You are literally working at a soul level, down to the subatomical particles in your body. You will feel that you are vibrating different. Your energy is like, I want to say the person who described it best that I've heard so far is Bridget B. And she did that in Clubhouse and she described it. So really, really, Bridget, I would love if you would definitely go to the website and leave a review as well for the liquid magic. I want to say welcome to everyone who's joining us here. Mega Miss Little, welcome in. Priestess Gwen, so good to see you. Bridget B, good to see you. Roberta, good to see you. Priestess Erica, so good to see you. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And good to see you and good to have you here. I am Infinite Being, said putting my drops in my water now for the second time today. Laugh out loud. I took it under my tongue the first day and it hit me hard. Laugh out loud. I had to use the water from now on. Yeah, you'll feel it. It's going to electrify your whole being, everything about you. It is a beautiful thing. Want to say welcome to Michelle. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Mhm. Said, yes, it is possible. And some of those videos are up, but I'm in the process of getting them all up there. So thank you so much for that beautiful question. Those shows with Brother Bobby Hemmett and those shows with Brother Panic are some of the dearest shows to my heart. I love them so much. And so, yes, some of the shows are up and they are. If you search the remix with Ms.Blue, you will be able to find them. But the rest of them are in the process. And I actually have a company that's working with me to make sure that we get them all up there. So thank you, Sat. So good to see you. And thank you for that question and that reminder to keep these things front and center. Elizabeth, welcome on in from Florida. Glennis is checking in. Trinidad is in the building. Welcome on in. Tasha, thank you so much for the super chat donation. And you look beautiful, by the way. By the way, I love that. And Papa Flynn said, it feels electric so far. Yes, because you're really getting a chance to see, feel, and tune into your own energy. It's almost like if your aura, your auric field, and we all know we have an auric field, but imagine if your auric field came alive and you could feel that vibration of your auric field. Imagine if you could actually feel it within you and the power of that. Welcome in. Brittany said, I missed the first round of Liquid Magic. I need part 2. Listen, it is coming because you guys have been literally blowing me up saying, Ms.Blue, I know you're going to do this again. B says, I felt amazing yesterday, supercharged. Uh-huh. Lots of energy. And I want to talk about that because this is what is happening with a lot of people on the planet. They're getting highs and they're getting lows. So it's kind of like a crash and a burn of your energy, of regulating your energy. And so some of the things that I want you to pay attention to, and I wrote a couple of notes down so that I wouldn't forget. Mm-hmm. Katora, I felt light and motivated to do things throughout the day. Didn't feel like a chore, just enthusiastic about getting my shit in order. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Absolutely. Absolutely. Welcome on in, Gotti. Welcome in, T. McDougal. Good to see you. Good to see you. Mm-hmm. Wow. Oh, you guys are having all kinds of things going. Ms.Blue had a vision beginning of March of an energy blast on the planet and being transformed by it. Lots of things are coming out of this black hole, and I want to talk about that. Thank you, Mega Miss Little. Don't forget to check your email because I sent you an email and I need you to respond to it. So here are some areas of our lives that I want us to pay attention to. Mm-hmm. Really, really pay attention to. And these are the 3 areas. When it comes to work, whatever that is that we see ourselves, whatever we do in our lives, that is considered work. Whether that is a traditional job that we see, whether that is, whatever we see that work to be, whatever that is, because it can be a combination of everything. I don't really want to label it, but I want you to think about work, especially those of you who are working a job, because these are the areas of your life that is being kind of through this lens of the eclipse is being kind of looked at, being transformed and being eclipsed. So when it comes to work, when it comes to your health, here's the other one, is your health. I want you to understand that through your health. Pay attention to your body and listen to your body. Listen to your body. Your body is talking to you. Your body is speaking to you right now. It's letting you know what you need. Here are some things that I want you to pay attention to. Two things that is going on with the body. It is a great releasal that is happening. So we're moving through this energy of an eclipse, and it is resetting things. But during that reset, there is a great release that is happening. So if you have changed your diet, let's say within the last year, within the last 18 months, if you have picked up a new regimen when it comes to you working out and doing different things, that can impact your body. The other thing, if you're taking supplements, and I only say this because I try to get most of my nutrition from my food, but I also take supplements and I take vitamins. So here's where I want us to be mindful of this, making sure that we're drinking enough fluids, we are moving our body, we are doing things to make sure that our lymphatic system in our body is moving things around, because the way the energy is ebbing and flowing. And if you want to know what the energy looks like in your physical body, how it's moving, just think about wherever you live in the world, whatever city, whatever state, whatever place in the world you're living in. And I want you to think about the weather, because how that weather pattern is changing so drastically. This is how the energy in your body, because the same energy that is causing the wind to blow, that is bringing the storms through, that is bringing the lightning through, that is bringing the sun and the rain and all of this, that is the same energy that is moving through your body. So, two things I want you to be mindful of and aware of, that is toxins in your physical body. So, be mindful of eating while doing more intuitive eating and listening to what your body needs at this particular time, making sure that this would be a great time for some sort of detox, not something very evasive, but something very gentle on the system, because you want to flush things through your lymphatic system. So, drinking some celery water, these things, lemon water in the morning with maybe a little bit of a little bit of mint in it. These things to gently sort of detox the body, not anything extreme. Doing some exercise, moving your physical body, stretching your physical body, doing all of these different things. Papa Flynn said, like intermittent fasting, absolutely, because you can take your body into a stage where it starts to detox itself, really eating according to the time of day. So, when the sun is out and you want to eat some fruits and vegetables, you're eating things the same color as the sun. And if it is nighttime and you decide to partake in some sort of live food, you are eating fruits and vegetables closer to the time, allowing your body enough time to detox, allowing your body enough time to digest what is coming in, to take up what is coming in, what's happening, and making sure that these things through fluids, through water, through drinking H2O, flushing through your system and through your body. So these are some of the things that I want you to think about, particularly with so much activity in the moon, because the moon also rules the body. And so if you're feeling certain things that are happening within your body, some people are having sort of flu-like symptoms come out of nowhere, and maybe they don't feel the best. They don't feel horrible, but it's kind of like, where did this flu-like thing come from? Fine, and then poof, seemingly out of nowhere, this is happening. So think about it as the moon is going through this eclipse period. These are things that are changing, and so you want to make sure that these things are flushing through our body. So we talked about work. We want to talk about our health as well as our mental health. And that is the reason it was so important for me to do the liquid magic during this month. And in this formulation, and you all let me know as well, it should have almost silenced the mind chatter. It should have almost taken the mind chatter, the negative self talk, and the mind chatter. It should have almost brought that down to a minus 0 decimal in the mental capacity. Thoughts should become clearer. I see Michelle saying yes. And, that should have become clear. Christine says yes. This is one of the major things that I wanted to put in there with the liquid magic to make sure that this is able to help you tap in to your higher mind, your intuitive mind, and to silence the mind chatter, to put you more in control of how you're flowing energy through your body. So these are some powerful things. Yeah. Mingali says everything has slowed down. Yes, slowed down enough that you can definitely see how you're creating your moments. Christine said, oh my God, I've been saying this all week. Yes, yes. So the liquid magic is definitely facilitating. That was done intentional. And again, tomorrow when we get on the live call, I'm going to be breaking it down. We're going to go in and you're going to learn more about Veil Breaker and how it can best support you at this time. But for everyone else, here's something that we all should be doing as well. Spending at least 3 to 5 minutes when you first get up in the morning in silence, just in silence. And if you're in a place where you can go outside, that's even beautiful. But if it's one of those situations where you're not able to do that and go outside immediately, then find you a beautiful window that you can open up and get you some sunlight and sit in front of that and sit in front of the sunlight and just close your eyes and just sit with yourself for 3 to 5 minutes. Just sit with yourself. Allow that to just come in, to settle yourself down. That's going to be real important. And so the last area that I want us to focus on is service. These are going to be the 3 areas highly impacted as we move into the eclipse that's coming up towards the end of the month. We got a lot of planets that are retrograde, Venus retrograde, Mercury retrograde, all of these planets that are retrograde. When anytime something goes retrograde, despite what we may think it is, it's not really a planet going backwards. But what it is doing is it's allowing you an opportunity to take a leap. You're getting a chance for things to slow down enough so you can jump forward. You can quantum leap. You can leap forward, and you can leap forward with clarity. And so, hence the reason why I titled the talk tonight about the energy spike. It's go time. It's go time. But you have to be able to go within and listen to really know where the go time is and not be distracted by things on the outside, because that's going to be back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. We're doing this. We're not doing this. It's going to be this way. It's not this way. It's going to be that way. You may find this happening at your work. You may find this happening with your health. You may find this happening in different areas of service, whether that be government, state, whether that be at the local grocery store, or maybe you have a business and you're in service and you're working with your clients and you're working one-on-one with people. You will notice that there is this back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And a good point. And also with our children, because as parents, we are in service to our children. We are. And you may need to give them a little bit of extra support because everyone is not going to be able to ride or create in these ways the way that those of us who have been doing the work have been able to do. So we need to have compassion, have love, have patience for those who this may be some very, very challenging times. For those of you who are a part of the Futuristic Activation course, whether or not you purchase the liquid veil, you will be invited to the call tomorrow, as well as I'm going to save that other surprise. I'm just going to say this, just keep an eye out for your email for the call tomorrow. You will get the details. I'll be sending the rest of that out tonight to invite you to join us on the call tomorrow. We're going to have a cosmic one-on-one call that we're going to get together for about an hour or so to go through things. The other thing that I want to kind of speak about at this particular time is I want to talk about our eyes. And I also want to talk about this eclipse and not just our physical eyes, but I also want to talk about our spiritual eyes. Because did you know in the center of your pupils, it's a hole? It is a physical black hole. It is a portal. And through that portal, we take in stardust in our eyes. We take that in inside of our pupils. And as we're becoming more crystalline beings, your dreams may become more vivid. I will tell you this, that you need to write down your dreams. Write them down. Know that you are getting profound insight. I want everyone to think of themselves as we are going forward, and especially for these next 18 or so months, as a scribe. You know, back in ancient times, they would have scribes, and scribes would write down not only what was happening with the ruling family, whoever the king was or whoever the person was, but they would take note not just of what was being said, they would take note of everything that was happening and everything that was going on, even the expressions on the people's face. What the weather looked like, what was happening around. Welcome on in, Geo. Welcome on in, Child of Prophecy. Welcome on in, Chef Tony, and everyone else, Melissa, Tales of Mill, and everyone joining us here in the live. But the scribes would write this information down and keep these records. Many of you, because everyone who's lived on the planet and everyone who's ever lived on planet Earth, you have had a past life. And even if you're a new soul, you've come through some of the lineage of ancient Egypt. This is why the whole world is fascinated with Kemet, with Egypt, because we all have served a past life there. And many of you right now, you're feeling that scribe energy that's coming up. And whether that is through you talking and maybe having more conversations with people, feeling more social with people, wanting to get involved and connect with more people, or, you know, you find yourself a little extra chatty with things that are happening, all of these different things. And it's because we are getting another activation from this particular time. And this activation that we are getting from ancient Kemet, from ancient Egypt, is some of this past life is coming forward at this time. And so we all need to make sure that we are being good scribes. Good scribes. Welcome on in, Goddess Rainwater. Good to see you, sis. We are being good scribes in our own lives. Our own lives. Signs are showing up for you, symbols are showing up for you. And I want you to dive deep into that sign, not just recognizing it, not just what you're reading online or what a book is telling you, but what your soul is telling you, what your higher self is speaking to you at that particular moment. I got a text message from the futuristic line from Priestess Brandy, and she was telling me how she was going through a thought and had some things going on, and she seen a toy spider, a toy scorpion right in front of her. And she knew immediately that that was a sign and what that meant for her in her life. She didn't have to go Google it. She didn't have to go look it up, but she knew exactly based on where she was in her life and what was going on, what that symbolized for her. And that's the difference between being a scribe and someone who's just going along and following. I'm not saying that there is not a collective level that signs and symbols mean, because there is a collective level where we all can understand. You know, this has been documented. It's been documented in the dream stellar, out of ancient Egypt. It's been documented in its earliest times from Carl Jung in the Red Book. If any of you study psychology, and I remember being in school studying psychology, actually, I have the Red Book over there, and what he understood about the Red Book at that particular time, and that there was a collective feel. Many understand about this collective feel, as well as Einstein understood about this collective feel. Nikola Tesla understood about this collective feel. Prince, the artist Prince, understood about this collective feel. He has sung about it. He has put signs and symbols in his music. In fact, even in Prince's music, he changed his whole name to a sign, because that's how deep into the esoteric and occult that he had an understanding of himself, his life, and this work. Now, I will tell you something. I'm going to try to line something up, because I have someone that has some profound, he's a soul family member, profound information about some of these subjects. So I am looking forward to start bringing some more guests on. Some of the guests are going to be closer than you may think, of people who have been connected, because so many of you have been doing so much work and you're doing so many amazing things, from sending me an email, from many of you launching your new projects, your new courses, your new classes, your new business adventures, from your spiritual tools that you're making, to workshops, my goodness, to clothing lines, to all kinds of things. And I really want us to really connect with ourselves, but connect in a really, really deep way, in a meaningful way. For those of you who have been here, who have been supportive, who have been a part of the collective for a while. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, for a while. So I want you all to, stay tuned. Great and beautiful things are coming, but I want you to be aware of this. We must be scribes, and to stay present in your life right now, because so many things are unfolding in front of your face. It's unfolding. Can you all see me or no? Can y'all see me? Or do y'all see the little circle? What do y'all see? Because I'm looking at something over here. I don't know if it's live or not. It's something totally different. Okay, good. Y'all can see me. I won't get distracted. So I want you all to know this, but we are crystallizing. We are crystallizing. You're becoming, let me give you an example. You are becoming a crystal. You see this crystal? You see this? This is a beautiful piece of citrine crystal. And if you want to work with the crystal during this eclipse season, this is the crystal I would recommend that you work with. It's a citrine crystal. And the reason I'm going to say a citrine crystal, because there is something so profound and unique about this citrine crystal. And you can pretty much find citrine crystal just about anywhere. You can find this anywhere. And here's what's unique about the citrine crystal: it never has to be cleansed. You don't have to cleanse this. You don't. It never has to be cleansed. You never have to clear it, ever. And I'm going to tell you why. Because its vibration, its structure is at such a high frequency that negative energy cannot attach itself to it. This is why it's also known as that crystal of prosperity. Now, I want you all to know that. And fun fact, a citrine crystal and an amethyst crystal are exactly the same. One is just left in the ground for an extra 1,000+ years. That's what make it different. That's it. But they're the same crystal. In fact, I have a crystal, amethyst citrine, where half of the crystal is amethyst and the other half is citrine. This crystal here in the I Ching under feng shui is also used as a crystal to bring in abundance, prosperity, good health, and good wealth. So Journey asked the question, isn't clear quartz and rose quartz a part of the same family as well? Absolutely. All crystals have a makeup or a component of clear quartz. That's one which is in the center of the earth is a clear quartz. But it's not actually a clear quartz. It's a clear quartz mixed in with a little bit of citrine crystal in there. But the point that I'm making with you, how the magic of crystals work. They work based on frequency and vibration. And crystals work through a process called entrainment. Because having this crystal right here, this crystal is maintaining a frequency. And when you set an intention for yourself, your aura, and your energy, and you have this crystal near you to tell your crystal to work with you, it is reminding you, your aura, of what frequency you need to be vibrating at, where your energy needs to be, how elevated your frequency needs to be in your physical body. I want you all to work with your citrine crystal, pull it back out, see what it tells you. And if you want to wake up, you know how they say that's tea? That's tea. You want to wake up your crystal, This is how you wake your crystal up. You do this. You see this? This is how you wake up the consciousness within the crystal that you have. You tap on it because there is a whole collective of souls that reside into this crystal. One of the great teachers, and when I first started getting into crystals, and one of the great teachers, Judy Hall, which this was primarily about her life's work. She did a lot of work on working with crystals. So if you're interested in diving into crystals and you want to get more than just the fluff that you can find on the internet and really get into some magic, then get into some of the books of Judy Hall. And Judy Hall will break down and help you to understand crystals, as well as the dictionary. Gosh, what is it called? Her name is Melanie, and she was the astrophysicist, and she wrote a dictionary of every fossil, crystal, stone that exists on our planet and beyond. And she goes in and gives great detail. Excellent detail. I have both of those books. Maybe I'll grab them before we get off here. But working with these crystals. Yes, that's a great one too. The Crystal Bible by Judy Hall. All of Judy Hall's books are amazing, but she has some that go really, really deep into the science of understanding and the spiritual aspect of crystals. But one of the things I can tell you from working with the crystals myself, know that there is a whole collective consciousness that's in there. I want you to think about the 8 billion people on the planet. That's a soul group. That's a collective consciousness. Well, there's a whole collective consciousness that exists inside of this tiny, tiny, tiny piece of crystal that you can unlock, that you can channel, that you can get the downloads from, that you can use in your practices from healings and all kinds of different things. These crystals. So I'm always working with crystals. I have my crystal wand. You guys know my Black Panther wand, a couple of other wands that you guys have sent me over the years. Most of them are handmade as well. But it's a powerful time to work with your crystal. I would recommend, I am just a very raw girl when it comes. I'm just a girl and I'm just a raw girl when it comes to crystals. I like working with raw crystals. And what do I mean by raw crystals? I want them raw. I want them out of the ground. In fact, I have a whole box of crystals that came from Arkansas out of the crystal mine that was handpicked. My Herkimer diamond, my crystal from Tanzania. These are raw crystals coming out of the ground. I don't want them all shiny and polished. I don't have too many shiny and polished crystals. Most of the crystals I have, they're raw. And I like to get some of the really, really small pebble crystals. And some of you who received the liquid magic, you received some surprises because I even put some small crystals, some heart-shaped crystals in your packaging for you. And I take the crystals, and I want to say I was one of the first to do it. Let me go ahead. I'm going to shout out me. And I was taking the crystals and putting them in my belly button, and also dropping them in my bra because you want them to be close to your body. But I tell everyone this, when you're working with crystals, I want you to treat your crystal like you would a first date. Just like you would not go and jump in the bed with somebody you just met walking down the street, or at least I hope you wouldn't. I don't want you to just go jump in and start working with your crystal. Take your crystal. Do wake up the consciousness in your crystal. Start doing some automatic writing with your crystal, asking questions, making a connection, setting an intention with your crystal, and start working with your crystal. You're going to discover something that, guess what? Nobody else, absolutely nobody else will know about this crystal but you. That crystal's consciousness is going to help elevate you. I am true to me, alchemy. I love that. So good to see you, sis. Good to have you. So work with your crystal. Challenge yourself with your crystal, especially if you work in a stressful environment. Find your crystal, take it, put it in your pocket. If you're a sister, drop a small piece in your bra. If you are a brother, take a small piece and put it in your sock or put it in your pocket so it can be close to your physical body, especially something with the higher vibration like a citrine, because this citrine crystal is going to keep your frequency and it's going to remind your aura to stay at a certain vibration, at an elevated frequency. And that's what you want. You want to keep yourself at an elevated frequency. That's going to keep you out of the fight or flight. It's going to keep you out of fight or flight. It's going to keep you from being reactive and being more proactive, and also taking time before you just respond. It's going to help you stay locked into the true essence of you. It will help to keep you grounded. All crystals ground you because they come out of the mountain, they come out of the earth. So, by its nature, any crystal will ground you. Now, some of them will ground your ass and unground you at the same time. You get to playing around with obsidian and all kinds of different crystals. It can put you in a state of frequency, because that's all we're talking about, where you maybe fly off the handle. If you work with obsidian and something that needs to be resolved and there is coming close to an eruption point, that may happen. Whatever you're thinking, sometimes it'll come out before you can catch it in your mouth. And you may have said something you meant, but maybe not express it at that time. So see how it feels. That is just a suggestion. Any crystal you want to work with, if it works for you, work with it. But I wanted to give that out to us because we have a lot of things happening under the sign of Virgo at this time, and especially with this access that we're going through with the eclipse season and the North and the South node. And so we have these things that deal with work, that deal with health, and that deal with service, of all kinds of service, of all kinds of service. So I want you to be mindful of that with yourself. Now, the other thing that I want to talk about is welcome on in, Organically Waved. I love that name. Welcome on in, Lola Falana. I seen you come on in. I want to talk about that, but I want to talk also about Venus, and understand that the planets are not controlling you. So I don't want anyone to feel like the planets are control. The planets aren't controlling you. We are impacting the planets as much as they're impacting us. Know this. You are impacting what Pluto, Mars, Jupiter, Uranus does. Your soul blueprint is impacting the planets as much as the planet is impacting you. We are not victims here. And as much as we can use our consciousness to cause something to eclipse, it can happen the same way. So it's important that you recognize, and I wish you all could be a part of the futuristic call, because this is something we talked about with the energy of this week, and the energy of this week with the futuristic call. We talked about some of you may have already had the emergency situation. I think I mentioned it here that woke you up 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, or something at your job. One moment it say it's going to be this, the next moment everything changed, then it goes back. Don't worry, things are going to settle itself in. Make sure that you are putting your vote in for what you want. Too many times we sit back and we are allowing life to happen to us. No, you need to put what your desire is. And I want to speak on this in a very loving and gentle way, because it's a lot of noise out here in these cosmic streets about desire and how we must kill our desire. Here's the number one reason why people do not want you to focus on what you desire, and why desire has led to a lot of downfall with beings on the planet. Number one, because desire is not something the mind can even begin to understand. The mind does not know what a desire is, because what the mind thinks a desire is, it is something dealing within the lower aspects of lust, greed, desperation, and overconsumption. That is what the mind translates desires to be. I must have this, and I don't care what I have to do to get it. The mind thinks that's desire. Or shall I say, the consciousness on the planet, that's how they see desire. When I speak about desire, I am talking about what the heart knows. Only the heart can answer the call of wishes and desires. The mind cannot. It will become a distorted version of a wish in the mind, of a desire in the mind. But when you give it to a pure heart, when you give it to a pure heart, it begins to magnetize your auric field, and it becomes a part of who you are. It doesn't separate you from what it is that you're wishing for or you're desiring. It becomes a part of who you are. That's key to know. Now, the other thing, the heart longs for it. Well, no, the heart is not longing for it. The heart understands desire as something being a part of who you are. It doesn't translate to our English mind's understanding of a desire. It doesn't translate a wish as something being outside of you. It translates it as being a part of who you are. This is why children wishes are so powerful, because as a child, when we've had a wish or a desire, I don't care what happened through our childhood, we continue to grow up and we are still on target for the things that we wished and desired for in our lives when we were children. And most of us, no matter what path we've taken in our lives, we have fulfilled most of our childhood desires and wishes, because the heart does not see it as something separate from who you are, but the mind does. So, any of you who have wish magic, I take you in step by step and show you how to not give your wishes and your desires to your mind, but it is something that you have in your heart. It's a completely different energy, and it is not something outside of yourself. You literally you recognize that you have what it is that you desire, right? That you desire, that you wish for. You have it. It becomes fulfilled within you. So this is also, the heart is where the inner child is. The heart is also neutral. It's a neutral space. I say that because I don't want anyone to get confused. I'm not telling you to be out here just wishing for something. No, 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 no. That's not what I'm doing, or desiring. Now, those of you who have worked with me and taken my classes, you understand that. But I want to make it clear, because I know we have new people here, and maybe some of you who don't know what I mean by that. But that's what I'm talking about when I say that desire, because desire is what is going to put you into action. It is literally what ignites that spark that lives inside of you, that internal flame. That is what's feeding that internal flame. The internal flame that's inside of you, your inspiration, cannot be fed by your mind. It doesn't matter how much information you are taking in at all. It is not necessarily going to cause transformation. So you have to be able to alchemize this desire within you, this wish within you, within yourself, and take it into your heart, the pure heart. The pure heart. That's right. The heart is neutral. That's right. That's right. The same heart that keeps a soul alive keeps a killer alive too. Absolutely, Dante. Keeps a saint alive. That's right. That keeps a killer alive. The same heart. The heart is neutral. And it's also where the physical and the spiritual world meet. That's why for most people, I recommend that you stay out of your heart. Stay out of your mind and your heart. If you are making any choices or decisions, stay out of the mind and stay out of the heart. Unless you know, which most people don't, how to tap into your heart for real, and not your mind made emotions, because they are completely different. This is where the false matrix is. Not that the mind doesn't have good intel, because it does, but it's just not good when it comes to anything that's outside of doing a process. Completely different. So yeah. So where my crystal go? That here it is. I thought my crystal left me. Capiche? So here's the crystal. I want to say welcome to everyone on in. We're going to have our cosmic call for Veil Breaker tomorrow, and I am super excited. So check your email. You will get the details. You must register ahead of time. And if you're a part of the futuristic activation, whether you got the Veil Breaker or not, you will be my very special guest on the call as well. And then also, I am committed that I will do this again. And so I will let you know as soon as it becomes available and we work through that. I am just having so much gratitude for the Veil Breaker and the experience everyone is having now. So do me a favor. It would do my heart so well if you would leave a review on the site. Let's see. How do you serve your heart as a woman? Very easily. Very easily. Drop down in your body, take a deep breath, and listen to your intuition. It's something that's available to all of us, women and men, because chances are what you're calling your heart ain't your heart anyway. It's your mind, which is very masculine. Ouch. Did I say that? I did. Speaking of which, Venus is retrograde. And at this particular time, with Venus being retrograde, Venus sits over all partnerships, all contracts, and all agreements. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Venus it's getting ready to get real tricky. Truth, things are going to be revealed to you. You should already be having things be revealed. Mm-hmm. Oh, we got to talk about this. I am infinite being. What does it mean since the people came from space on Wednesday? Yeah, they brought their ass back on Wednesday. No. They didn't come back on Wednesday because, see, Elon and them heard the show and we were talking about it. They came back on Tuesday because, see, Wednesday, that wouldn't have been a good day. So they went and got them earlier. So they back. Butch and Sunny is back. And they came back right before when we were closing out one cycle, another cycle, right? Another era we're closing out. And I'm going to give you all a date. Hold on. I got a date for you. Well, not a date, but I got a date. Yeah, I guess I got a date. Hold on. I got a date for you. Let me go back because I put it in my notes. So we just closed out, somebody do the math, 1861. How many hundreds of years it's been since 1861? So we closed out a cycle from 1861 into, this was the last time we had this alignment that has come back around, and it closed itself out on Wednesday. There are some key components that happen during that particular time. Let me see if I can pull up my notes here. Let me see. Y'all don't mind if I pull up some notes here. We okay with that? I'm going to take some questions here in a minute, but we don't care about pulling up some notes, do we? Let me see where I put these notes in here. Here it is. Yeah. Okay. Uh-huh. So I want you to think about 164 years. So here are some key things that was happening. 1861 in April, this is when the United States plunged into the Civil War. So we know about the conflict that was happening in 1861. And I'm going to speak to those on the continent of the US right now. But stay with me. The other thing is in 1861, on August the 6th, 1861, the U.S. Congress passed this act, the first Confessionist Act. I think that's how you call it, declaring that any property, including enslaved individuals, used to support the Confederacy could be seized by the Union forces, making a step towards emancipation. Interesting. In August 6th, at the same time, always study what's happening, how people were moving in the world. The Lagos Treaty happened. The Lagos Treaty happened on Lagos Island. They seceded to the Lagos Island of the British Empire, making a significant colony expansion in West Africa. So there were things that were happening in Africa, and there were things that was happening in America. And I want you to just look at the landscape of what's going on all around the world at this particular time of what's happening. One of the things that astrology does is it looks deeply into patterns. And so even though patterns come back around, and it gives the impression that it's going to repeat itself, and it can repeat itself. So patterns can repeat itself. But really, what's happening is it's energetic imprints that are being activated. So there are certain things that are happening right now all over the world, particularly in our country, that is triggering people to become activated. We're going to see more people get into arenas that maybe they thought they would never get into when it comes to things dealing with service, such as government positions, such as political positions, such as activist positions. We're going to see a rise of these things that are going on. Now, I can do a deep dive if we want to do a deep dive during this time, but I think the most important thing to take away from this is to know that this is not the time for you to be silent, not within yourself, and not within what you're picking up and feeling about your life, your city, your state, your community, and your world. This is the time to get in motion, to get activated about that thing that is calling you. And that's going to be key. What is calling you? You may think, oh, I'm going to write a book. And this book is going to be about my life story. It's going to be about things that happened to me when I was a child and I was growing up. And you're hesitant right now. You're thinking in your mind, well, no one wants to hear that. It's so many things that's going on in the world. There's so many things that are happening in the world. Who wants to hear about me writing a book, talking about my life and telling these stories? But what you don't realize is that by you getting into motion, writing that book turns out to be the thing that gets discovered that helps propel a whole society or a whole group of people into motion. So right now we are on the precipice of being activated yet again. Yet again, we are on the precipice of another activation. Another activation. Imagine that. Another major activation. This is a spiritual marker for the world, and particularly a spiritual marker for the Western world. And so it is definitely go time. So, whatever that is for you, you need to know that this is go time. It's go time. It's not time to worry about who say what, who gonna like what, who not gonna like what, who's gonna stay with what, who's gonna do what, and you, it's not time for that. It is time to go. It is time to go. It's time to go, and it's time to grow. It's time to go, and it's time to grow. The key is it needs to be inspired. And do we understand what inspiration truly is? It has to be something that moved you in your spirit. It does. And I'm not saying if it was something that was activated outside of you, if it was something that maybe you picked up from someone else and you're doing it, that all hope is lost. I'm not telling you that. I'm telling you it's time to get clear about where it's authentically coming from you, because that's the only thing that will sustain you and you will be able to stay the course, because you cannot allow what the world value to be what you value. you don't have time to get caught up in that kind of mindset or that kind of energy. It will pollute you and it will pollute whatever you're trying to do. You don't want to do that. Stay focused. It's go time. And whether that go is a small step, whether that go is I'm going to take out 10 minutes a day, whether that goal is, okay, I'm just going to start looking at other work opportunities or other job opportunities, whether that is, I'm going to start researching about maybe living in another country, living in another state, what that's going to be like. Whether it's not, I know I need to get out of this relationship and move. I'm just going to start looking at apartments, looking at other places I can stay. It's important that you start taking steps in this direction, you know, and you're taking real steps because no one wants to take these steps, only take one step to take 10 steps back. That don't feel good either. You want to take real, authentic, inspired steps because that's how you're going to be moving forward. Relationships are big on the table for all of us at this time. And it's something we've been talking about here with me and all of us in the soul group for a while. But we're looking for something real. We're looking for something authentic, and we want to go beneath the surface. We don't want the fluff. Don't give me the fluff. Give me something heart and soul of you. And that's what people are looking for. Our intuition is at an all-time high. Our spidey senses are going through its own evolution. Our third eyes are being recalibrated. Our physical eyes are even going through its own sort of kind of evolution. So much is changing in the world that we're in. Time is out for the bullshit because you're crystallizing that next phase of your journey. And whatever is hanging you at this moment is what you're going to take with you going forward into the next 20, the next 30 years. Who wants to take something with them that they already know is not in their greatest and highest good? So over the course, probably until Monday, and I'm not talking about this Monday, I'm talking about the following Monday, I'm going to need all of us. I'm going to need all of us to get our weight up, to grow up. All of us. We got to hold that line. We got to do the shit we know we need to do. You understand? And we have to grow up. There's areas of our lives that we're going to have to grow up. We're going to have to grow up and we're going to have to show up. If that's what we're aiming for. If we're not, then keep doing what you've been doing. Don't change anything. Don't do anything different. Just keep doing you. But if you want to see great transformation, it literally is go time, but it's also time to go back to the drawing board. And that's going to be challenging for us. And I throw myself in there because there's an area of your life that you think you finna be like this. You know how, in track and field, they like this. You think you finna be like this and you waiting on the gun to go off so you can go. And you're going to have to go back to the drawing board. You're going to have to go back to the drawing board because it's not going to go how you think. It's not going to work. But I want you to take that as redefinement. You're being redefined. This energy with Venus, with Saturn, it's refinement. It's saying, no, we can do it better. We can make it better. So right now, there may be something right now that you got to go back and you got to redo right now as we speak. And you already know what it is. I don't have to tell you. You already know what it is. You got to go back and you got to do it over. You've been getting hints at it. You've already thought about it. You might have had a dream about it. Something might have already kind of like gave you the tea on it. And you've been pausing. You've been trying to say, no, I'm going to just leave it like it is. No, you got to go back. You got to do it again. There's a hard conversation some of you must have. And some of that hard conversation is with yourself. You got to have it. You got to have it. Some of it is with other people in your life. It's some shit that you doing that you already know. You already know is not going to get you where you want to be. It's still some things that if you want to get to that next level, that you got to change. Listen, it's no way around it. Yeah. What did I tell you guys? It's work, health, and service. You already know what it is. You already know. You already know. There are some relationships you already know, no matter how much you want to ignore, no matter how much you want to say, that don't bother me, no matter how you already know it is not in alignment for you. You already know. So, this is the week. Still the week we're coming face to face with God. And some of you already emailed me who have came face to face with God. But for those of you who haven't, this is the week that we really, really see, are we growing up or not? Are we going to grow up or not? That's it. Are you going to grow up or not? You can't keep saying, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it. Well, you can keep doing that. Let me not say that. You get to do whatever you want. This is also the time, as my mother would say, mind your manners. Mind your manners. Please and thank you. And mean it from the heart. This the week you need to be saying, please, can you please do this for me? I thank you so much for doing this. This is the please and the thank you time. This is the time. This is the time that we not bout it. This ain't the bout it week, because we got too much on our own table. If it's go time for me, I don't have time to be over here with the foolery with you. I don't have time for that. But by the same token, I'm not upset with you because you want to play in the sand and I got work to do. And all you can think of is to play. It's okay. Maybe you came back to play. Maybe you had a lifetime where you did what you needed to do and you ain't got to be focused. That's what I always think when someone is not ready to do their work. Okay, well, that person, maybe they didn't come back for that. It's okay. So Lola Falana said, please get the likes, Soul Family. Yes, please and thank you. Most of us was raised with the please and thank you, but it really is time for us to do that. So when it comes to our health, when it comes to service, and when it comes to the work, Just think of it that way. And health is not just your physical body, you know. I consider the physical body to be everything, but health is also the mental body, right? So, your physical body, the health in your finances, health in your relationships, health in your emotions, which is why I'm so big on the liquid magic and the veil breaker, because this is low key helping a lot of people from crashing the fuck out. We see Kanye crashing out. A lot of people on the internet crashing out. They accuse Jess on the Breakfast Club. They say she over there crashing out, right? A lot of people have a lot of things that are built up inside, and I'm not here to judge on what they're crashing out about, whether it's right or wrong. But this is what happens when we have a lot of things inside of us and we're not able to express those things and we're not expressing them in the right way. This is what this energy is doing. It's bringing it to a head. It is bringing it to a boil. And so now it's coming out, but are we even really understanding what that person is attempting to articulate, you know? And you will always have people around you who may be crashing in, because there's such a thing as crashing in as well as crashing out. And personally, that crashing in, that ain't a good look either, where they're pretending like ain't nothing going on. Don't have a clue what you talking. What you mean, Jess? Who's saying, why are you worried about that, Jess? That don't mean nothing, Jess. They crashing in. So if you ask me, it's two narratives going on the Breakfast Club, and I don't even watch them like that, but that came across my channel. Jess is crashing out and the rest of the squad is crashing in. They doing the same thing, but it's happening inside. So, eventually 6 months from now, 7 months from now, roles are going to be reversed. And eventually they're going to be crashing out. And maybe the other person will learn how to crash. They're going to be crashing in. I say, you ain't got to crash. You do not have to crash, period. You ain't got to crash. It's time to have real, authentic conversations. And because of the energy with Mercury, we're gonna kind of blame it on that. But here's the deeper understanding of Mercury, especially with Mars, who has that warlike energy, that warrior-like energy, and Mercury being in a state where it's going back and it's revisiting things. So even if you don't see astrology this way, let me give it to you like this. It's like somebody coming to you saying, you said that we were going to leave at 8:30. And the person turns around and says, that's not what I told you. And they say, yes, you did. We all heard you say we're going to leave at 8:30. And they're arguing back and forth. And then finally someone says, yeah, you said we were going to leave at 8:30 if you could get everything done. That's Mercury retrograde. Y'all forgot, if we got everything done, we were going to leave at 8:30. But nobody mentioned it. Not even the person who's arguing, saying, that's not what I said. How easy would it have been to just say, I did say we were going to leave at 8:30 if we were to get everything done. We didn't get everything done. So guess what that means about 8:30? We not leaving at 8:30. So that can happen on both ends. That can happen with the communication, because it has a lot to do with how we perceive things in our own mind. When you're talking to me based upon my perception and understanding of who you are, that's how I'm going to take that message. And it depends on how I feel about myself, how I take that message. I want you to think about that. Mhm. I stopped listening to them a few months ago. I couldn't take it anymore. It wasn't Jess that made me feel that way. Well, I haven't listened to them in a while, and to be honest, I don't even know if I have a real reason why I haven't listened to the Breakfast Club other than I got a lot of stuff going on, but the dynamics there is a little off in a lot of different ways, and I know a lot of people can say that, love or hate whoever the players are there. I think they're incredible. I love what they started out doing, as with most things. I think they need to figure this thing out. And it's a lot of behind the stuff, seeing things that are going on that we don't have privy to. And you're just getting a glimpse of some of that truth that is coming out during this eclipse season, that there are things that are happening behind the scenes, that's happening prior to this big explosion that happened. It's a lot of things that's going on behind the scenes that's been going on for quite a while. You understand? So hopefully they get it together, um, because they do a service in this world, and I believe all voices are important, and whether I choose to like them or not. Yeah, point blank. There you go, Tasha. They got to grow up. They got to grow up. Mhm. Oh, wow. My dad's great maternal ancestors came in on the Wanderer to the Carolinas in 1861. He was 8 years old. Powerful, and ashe to the ancestors. Yeah. Angela Yee has her own show, I believe. I don't know if she still has it. I haven't seen it in a while, but I'm sure she's still doing her thing as well. You know, things change, and we know that that's hard because we don't want things to change. Um, it doesn't look good though, but I disagree. You know, people are trying to make this about two women disagreeing with each other, and I think it's bigger than that. I think we got a whole crew that don't agree with each other. It's no way that you are just going to put the two girls, the two sisters, as arguing when we clearly can see that DJ Envy and also Charlemagne is in that mix as well. There is no separation. If you are the Breakfast Club, there is no separation like y'all two need to work that out. No, no, no. All of y'all needs to go and grow up. Mhm. All of y'all need to grow up. It cannot be one. That's like somebody in a relationship saying that someone has a problem with the person in the relationship, and the other person say, "Oh, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I need you to figure that out." No such thing. If we're in a relationship together, then if I have a problem, you have a problem. And if you don't, then you just let me know we are not in a relationship together. We are not in a friendship. We are not in a connection. We are not in nothing together, because there's no way that I'm going through something and we are supposed to be connected in some kind of way, and you feel like that ain't got nothing to do with you. No. Mm-mm. No. Mm-mm. They got a name for that, but I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to call that name out. You're welcome, Tasha. Tasha says, I appreciate all the things you make us aware of because it's always on point. You should never keep trying to kill her daughter because the daughter refused to be the mother's sex. Huh? I don't know what that is. A mother should never keep trying to. I'm not sure what that's about, but we're just going to send some ashe and praises to you, Tamala. I'm not sure what that is. Yeah. Hmm. I don't think it was a lack. It can't be, but this is what I'm saying. And we're going to get off the Breakfast Club because I'm sure they ain't on us, but they might be, right? When we heal, yes, I believe they came to a consensus that there was a lack of communication on Lauren's role. So hopefully they fix that and the communication and we'll learn with it. I don't think that's it. It wasn't a lack of communication on Lauren's role. That may be part of it, but there is a lack of communication amongst all of the members of the Breakfast Club, period. It ain't got nothing to do with this one situation, but that's what they want you to think. We fixed this. We should have clarified Lauren's role. We should have made people understand what her purpose was, and maybe we should have gave her own segment, or maybe we should have made it clear when Jess came back, or maybe we should have said this. No, 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 no. All of that is surface. But watch towards the end of the month. Just watch. Just watch. Just watch towards the end of the month. The truth will come out. And not that, any of us will really care, but they will all know the truth that they all participated in that. Everybody participated in it. Yeah. I'm not saying some people role isn't a little greater than others, but if you driving down the street and I take a pin out your tire, I can't say that one little pin, I just took the little pin out and you done caused a 20-car pileup, that ain't had nothing to do with me. I'm just saying. I don't know how y'all look at things, but I'm just saying. You took the pin out, but now you trying to tell me you ain't had nothing to do with the 20-car pileup because all you did was take one little screw out. That ain't had nothing to do with you. You didn't run into them cars. That ain't had nothing to do with you. Really? Really? Yes, it is way bigger than that. And we all see it. I think it is. Sometimes these situations are good when they're played out loud because we get a chance to look at ourselves. I know I certainly do. And I look at how I communicate with things and how I'm not communicating with certain things. And also think about some of the people in our lives and how we're interacting with them and how we're not interacting with them. Right. And then sometimes when a situation is just not healthy for you, then you have to be the person that stands in what's right for you. You have to do that. You have to be able to understand that and do that. And you don't have to destroy or discredit or you ain't got to do all of that. You can continue to go on with your life and live your very best life because that's what it should be. But learn from it. Learn from it because everywhere you go, you take you with you. You don't get to take me. You don't get to take this person. You don't get to take that person. You get to take you with you. And I promise you, you're going to keep bumping into these different situations. You're going to keep bumping into them. They're going to keep happening to you. And then you're going to try to figure out, why does this keep happening? You already know why. And ever since I've been little, people been doing this and people, well, what have you been doing that maybe you need to grow up and stop doing? And so it doesn't keep happening. So that it doesn't keep happening. And people amaze me when they tell me they don't know what it is. Yeah, you do. But you don't want to, that's that mirror. You don't want to look at that you have to change something. And we're all being called, myself, you. No one gets excused. I'm sorry. I don't care what planet you came from. No one gets excused from growing up. And no one is too grown to be here. No one is too grown to be here. So don't think this is going to miss me. You know how people say, miss me with that. No. Clock it. All right. Liquid magic. Liquid magic is all I got to say. Do we need to do some drops online? Do I need to give y'all some drops? Let me take some drop. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That part. That part. Whew. I love it. I love it. So yeah. So how we feeling? How we doing? We ready for the weekend? We ready? We ready? I don't even think I'm doing it right. Am I doing it right? Wait. Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm glad you caught me live too. Did I do it right, Journey? Did I clock it? Did I clock it right? I clocked it. Yes. So, but yeah, you need liquid. Listen, I'm working on liquid magic in the UK, but y'all know that out in these streets, they want your girl to fill out and give some blood and a couple of ovaries and some eggs to be shipping packages and shipping packages to different countries. But I'm going to figure out a way to do it. Yeah, the drops will keep you from crashing out. It'll keep you from crashing out. Nikiba, it'll keep you from crashing out. It'll keep you from crashing out. Yeah, the ovaries, the eggs, I'm telling you, filling out them custom forms and all of that. And all of that. Plus a limb. Yeah, Quan. They want you to do everything. All of that and frills. So, do we want to pull some cards? Do I even have cards? I have cards. Do we need to pull some cards for the weekend before we get out of here? I don't want to stay too long because I have to get ready for our cosmic Zoom call tomorrow for everyone who has Veil Breaker. The fragrance when I open it up. Listen, I almost got to get a whole new collection cuz I wanted to drop some stuff. See, when I tell y'all I be smelling good, I wanted y'all to know I smell good for real. Like right now, baby, this right here, listen, I done got stopped all day. I'm telling you, smelling good. That's my best compliment, really. I love all the other stuff, but the smell good, I wanted y'all to know what it felt like. What it felt like. You smelled it for like 5 minutes straight. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, that wasn't no bath and body work right there. That wasn't no we just gonna run, we gonna run in the mall and pick this up. You can't run in the mall and well, maybe some of that at Neiman's and stuff like that, but you can't just go into Bath and Body Works and pick that wasn't no Bath and Body Works. Y'all was smelling. Those were real fragrance house out of my personal collection. And I said, I'm always telling you guys how well I smell and I love fragrances. And I said, let me go ahead. Let me go ahead. Let me go ahead. See, all of y'all on it. Y'all are on it. Look at Maria. Maria said the packaging was so beautiful and that scent. Did it change your life? It changed your life. I know it changed your life. Uh-huh. So maybe during the call tomorrow, if anyone cares, I will share with you all the possibilities of what fragrance you might have had in your packaging. And I promise you, no liquid magic was tainted in the process. This was secure. So you didn't get it in your liquid magic. How sweet. I put the stickers back in the box and kept smelling it. I got some good smell goods, Michelle. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Journey, you want to talk about SecMed? This is actually some SecMed Hathar kind of energy we're in because we're in the year of the fire at this particular time. We're in the year of the fire. And those seven seals, I want you to think of the seven seals are really equating to the seven stages of evolution, and it's really a chakra story. It's through the energy centers or the Aries, as we call it in ancient Kemet. In Egypt, it was called the Aries. And it's based on the organs. So yeah, we're gonna have to get into that. That's a little deeper than right here. And oh, by the way, I have a class that's going to be coming up. Yay! I'm excited. The class is probably going to be about 7 or 8 weeks. I'm not sure. It's going to be straight energy, but that's going to be coming out really, really soon. Well, the sign up is going to be, and we're going to kick that class off here a little later. But yeah, it's going to be pretty exciting. So things are going to be coming up soon. Coming up soon. Yeah. So we're going to yeah, so maybe I'll do that if anyone's interested tomorrow during the workshop. If we have some time, I will share with you all a list of the fragrances that I use. It was intentional because, that's one of the ways that we get to heaven, i.e., into our higher state of consciousness. I don't just wear fragrances. Yes, they smell good, they do all of that, but they are activation energy for me as well. And so this is another reason why I use these exquisite perfumes, because they don't have a lot of alcohol in them. They have the real essence of oils in them. So you can really, really smell the fragrances, and they have medicinal properties that really help to elevate, expand, activate, wake up, heal, even healing. There's an amazing book. What is it called? Where is it? Y'all, I can't find the book. I don't know where the book is. I'll find the book, and during the call tomorrow, I will I'll make sure to bring that book too. But let's pull some cards really quick. That's right, Roz. My time is now. Absolutely. Claim it. Claim it. Claim it. So I'm glad that please go leave a review. Please, please, if you receive the veil maker, I'm gonna be looking. Let me go see if anybody went over there to leave a review. Leave a review, and you can do it week by week, how you feel, and how you feel about taking the veil breaker as well, and how things are going for you each week to come back. I see we still got the same reviews up here. I don't see anything different. I don't see nothing different. Where y'all at? I know y'all are going to go after we finish this call, but I do want to say thank you, because you can actually leave a little video. If you want to do a video testimony, which I think is super cool. I love these things because it really shares your voice. My voice speaks loud, but your voice is louder, and it means so much to me. I truly am grateful when you all are sharing your voice, and you're sharing what you feel, what you're connected to, and what you are picking up from this. It means the world to me. It really, really does. And so I'm forever grateful for that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you can do it how you want, Maria, but it would do me well. Plus, I consider a review section as a living oracle. And so it's a way that we are writing in the premier files of the Akashic records, and we're leaving the oracle files there for ourselves and for others, to just share that journey. It can be so helpful. So many of you have told me from the comments that people leave in underneath the show, when they reach out to me and say, I'm a new listener, and I was reading so and so's comments, and that's what made me tune into the show. So your voice matters. It always, and it's a way to give back. Like, it's a way to stay connected and to give back. Imagine having a friend and you're the only one doing the talking, and the friend never says a word. Eventually you would come to the realization, oh, that might not be your friend, not like you think, because they not doing anything back. They're not doing. Michelle says, will you make more asking for a friend? Absolutely. I am going to, because the request has been very much overwhelming in a beautiful divine way, and in a beautiful divine way. So I definitely will be um doing I don't want two places. I am going to be making some more of the liquid magic. I would like to do it based on how the energy is coming in, maybe working with constellational energy and doing some channeling. I think that's a cool way to do that. So clock it, start getting ready. Yes, and I'm getting ready to pull some cards right now. I'm actually going to pull from an oracle deck that this oracle deck, I know. I don't even know how many years. This oracle deck got to be older than 10 years old. It's one of the very first oracle decks I ever got. So I'm going to pull some cards for us for the weekend. Thank you for that reminder, Journey. And Hidden Treasures, good to see you. And yeah, good to see you. Good to see you. Mhm. I thought we wasn't going to get another round of the liquid magic after that passed. Listen, y'all, that, believe it or not, this time the I'll tell you when the post office really got me. And I'm thinking about doing this as well, is when I did the magical spiritual bath kits. Ooh, baby. That magical spiritual bath kit, that thing almost took me. Okay, no, I don't want all that. What's this? Okay, continue. Okay. Okay. It almost took me out. Ah. Oh, I just got some good email. Yes, yes, yes. I got a good email for some more goodies and I'm loving it. Yes. So I'm reading emails. I'm reading emails. I'm reading emails. Okay, so here I go. Hey, Brittany Vibes, good to see you. Good to see you to everyone who's just joining the live or just coming in. Yeah, I know y'all love good emails. We do. We love good emails. That was a good email. That was a good one. That was a good one. Oh, Beyonce sent me an email. I ain't even see this. What you want, B? What done happened? What? Oh, okay. 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 Oh, okay. She just was reminding me to make sure that I take a shot of some Sir Davis tonight. She want me to take a shot of Sir Davis with her. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Cuz it's International Whiskey Day. Uh-huh, on the 27th of March. So we're going to be taking some shots and making cocktails with Beyonce on March the 27th. Thank you, B. I'll have to hit you up. We're going to do it. We're going to take some shots. We're going to be doing a toast together. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. All right. All right. So let's get back. We're going to pull some cards. We're going to pull some cards. What the heck is this? What is this? Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Mm-hmm. All right. And yes, you guys check out the digital store. I think Mr. Dante had put the Sir Davis is expensive. Ms.Blue, when are you going to do a live lecture? It's coming. I know I've been saying it's been coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It is. It is. We gotta make it past some of this energy of this year. I told y'all. Let's see. Candace Earl said, this has been an eye-opening experience. Well, I take that as good. Somebody told me I was touched in the last show. They said, Ms.Blue, you touch. I'm going to send you some love. I said, okay. I am touched by the divine, the Most High. I sure am. I am touched. Ain't nothing wrong with getting touched. Well, maybe that didn't come out quite right. Not when you want to be touched. It's nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong with being touched. Okay, so we're going to pull some cards. You all let me know. I'm not going to give you a number, but I want you all to thank you, Infinity. Thank you for keep asking. Thank you, brother. Thank you for keep asking. And yeah, keep me honest. Keep me honest. Hey, Priestess Nadra, listen, you all tell me how many cards y'all want me to pull for this weekend. And I'm just going to pull them all. And I'm going to do a read for us this weekend. And I'm going to do it in story time. Okay. I'm going to see what number wins. We got 5. Keep it under 8. Keep it under 8. Hey, Nicole. Good to see you. Keep it under 8. 6, 4. We got another 5. Hey, Lumberjack. Good to see you. 4. ODWC Creation. Good to see you. We got 3. We got 7. 5 again. 5 is winning. We got 3. Jennifer Bliss. Good to see you, Quam. 5. Hollis says 5. Cosmic Love says 4. 4 is coming up. 4 and 5. Kevin Wise says 4. 3. 3. Nakiba 3. T. McDougal 3. Okay, we got 3. Okay, Tremel says 5. 6 is there. Dakar, the Blue Greek, 6. Chaos, Attuned Chaos, 7. 5, y'all. Yeah, 5 is coming up. 4. Priestess Keisha says 4. Hidden Gem says 3, 3, 3. 5. Only vote once, y'all. Mama Sutra. Ooh. Oh, no. Miami Sutra. Where did I get Mama? I don't know. Priestess Quinn says 6. Infinite Wisdom says 7. Please help me. What's going on, Shanice? Love you, my dear. You've been listening for over 15 years. Love you so much. Miss April Danielle says 5. Okay. Diddy, is that Diddy? Is that Diddy? D-I? D-I says 4. I don't want to call you the wrong name. Michelle says 3. Okay. So it's 5. How many of you agree? It is 5. It's 5. We're going to go with 5. All right. I'm going to go with 5. But I'm going to shuffle 4 times because that came in next. All right. So we're going to go with 5. I know. I'm sorry, D.I. I don't know why I said Diddy. I don't know where Diddy came from. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So 5 is the number. And then I'm going to shuffle with 4. Okay. Y'all are a riot. Y'all are a mess. Ooh, why I act like I can't shuffle? What's really going on? You got scared. Me too. I did too. I was looking at that name too. Y'all know. I apologize. Okay, one more time. Okay, so I'm going to pick 5 cards. So here we go. 1, I'm not going to look either. 2, 3, 4. I don't know why my chair is doing that. 4, and then 5. Okay. All right. Here we go. This is for this weekend. Here come Marjorie talking about 8. Marjorie, we done, dear. But good to see you. Love to you and the whole family. Marjorie said 8. Margie, we done. Margie. We done. Okay, so here we go. This is what I want you all to do. We're going to have a collective reading, and then we're going to have an individual reading. Okay? Collective and then individual. Oh, wait, what was the second question? My job is putting a lot on me, and I don't know what to do. I don't want to be homeless. You won't be homeless. You won't. You won't. But email me. Well, let me do this first. Maybe you'll get your answer here. Oh, you was working with your grandbaby. Okay, Margie, we'll excuse you then. We love you. Ms.Blue, what's in your liquid magic bottle? The same thing that's in yours. What you mean? What did I say? What did I say? Jennifer said, what's in your liquid magic? Listen. Okay. So here we go. All right, y'all ready? Okay, I'm going to show y'all the card first. Can y'all let me know if you can see that, if you can read that, and if you can see that? Can y'all see that? Let me see. Okay. So this is the Lady of Lightning. And I love this because it really speaks to a lot of the energy that's here. This is about surprises, these are some of the things that we've been talking about this week. It's about even sometimes having a shock, like something to shock you, not in a negative way, but something shocking happening, right? And then next, a total paradigm shift. I want you to think about your life and think about the 3 areas we talked about earlier when it comes to work, when it comes to health, and when it comes to service. Have you had your paradigm shift yet? Because it's coming. In one of these particular areas, you even seen the question the sister asked there. But surprises. But remember, at any given moment, you can change your reality and never allow something to be going on without you putting in your intentions of what you want to happen. Don't just sit back and say, they are doing this to me and this is happening to me and my job is doing this or this is going on in my relationship. Yes, process it. But then you need to turn around and you need to say, this is what I am being intentional about. And here is what I'm putting out into the world and what I am creating. This is it. Why are we allowed free will? Why are we allowed free will? Because you need free will on Earth. This is one of the few places I've been told in the galaxy where you get to have free will. But what's even more powerful than free will is to recognize, to make choices and decisions with your free will. Your free will is what got you here. But what you do once you get here is going to be through your actions, non-actions, your choices and decisions that you are making. So we can't just stop at looking at free will. And this is where the Lady of Lightning comes in, because she's standing in the middle and she's standing in power. She's in a position of power. And yes, the lightning is moving through her, and you see it is affecting everything that is around her. So is she the one that is surprised? Is she the one that is shocked? Is she the one having the total paradigm shift? She's owning that. She's owning that. She's owning it. She's owning her power. She's owning all of that. And it's changing everything around her, including herself. So this weekend, here are some of the things to look at. Next. Oh, wow. Boy, this energy is everywhere. Look at what came up for the second card for this weekend. Look at that. Look at that. You all see that? Look at that. The High Lady of Love and Compassion, which is what we started out talking about tonight, what I was talking about. Kindness, consideration, reverence. Are you having kindness in your relationships? Are you having consideration for not just yourself, but everyone that is around you? Notice this is card number 1. And 1 is 2 things. 1 is activation. It's instant activation. It's instant activation. But 1 is also the ego, where sometimes we get so consumed by our own thoughts and needs that we start to discount everyone else around us, and we start to only make it about who we are. And so the High Lady of Love and Compassion is showing how to stay in this position of power is through love. It is through compassion. Remember, compassion is a compass. It tells you how to move. It shows you how to speak. It gives you indication on what direction to move in, how to act and react. It's a compass. It's giving direction. It's giving insight. It's giving intel. It speaks to instant manifestation. Instant manifestation. So reverence, kindness, and consideration for all things that you're connected to. Relationships are very big this weekend. Wow. Listen, the goddess energy is on lock. You cannot make this up this weekend. Look at this. So perfect. The Shadow Queen. And look at her. She's holding the light. The Shadow Queen. She's holding the light. You see that? She's holding up the light. She's cloaked and she's holding the light. Card number 16. I'm going to tell you guys something. This is about acquiring knowledge. It's about insecurities, and it's about manipulation. The Shadow Queen is holding a crystal, and the crystal is shining a light. Because when the Shadow Queen comes around, she's reminding you that there is an area that you are moving in the dark, and not to move too fast. Don't come to conclusions too quickly. Do not try to move ahead in a rush. Because when you are in the dark, even though you have light, You can only see so many feet ahead of you. So this is the time that you need to acquire more knowledge about the situation before you come to a conclusion, before you rush to an understanding or a knowing of what's happening, of what's going on, of what you're picking up, of what you're feeling, or what is being shown to you at this particular time. You may have been dealing with many insecurities because of the uncertainty, because whenever you're uncertain, it's an insecurity that is happening with you. Somewhere it may bring up some sort of insecurity within you because you're unsure about what direction to go in. Things are not clear for you as they could be. And then also make sure you stay clear of being manipulated and whether that manipulation is even coming from believe it or not, the mind can manipulate you. It can manipulate you into believing or feeling that something is happening that is not. So make sure you stay grounded. Hence, she is walking in the woods. And even though this is about the shadows. It's about things. If you've ever taken a trip in the woods at night, even if you have a light, you see a lot of shadows. It is things that you cannot see that are hidden. But these do not have to be scary things. These are just unknown things. So make sure that things are not being manipulated into being or seeing something that it is not. And make sure you're not the manipulator of it. All right. Next, the web weaver. How we love the web weaver. You know, there used to be this saying, my, what a tangle web we weave when we attempt to deceive. But this web weaver is coming in from a completely different angle. And this angle the web weaver is coming in is about synchronicities, because synchronicities is weaving a web. You get one sign and then all of a sudden you go and you get on and check your email and there's another sign. And then all of a sudden you come and you listen to Ms.Blue and you get another sign. It is weaving a web for you. And this web of synchronicity is here. And it's coming because there's something higher at work at this particular time. It's something greater that is going on. It's what's woven into the web, whether we're talking about these portals called social media and these different apps that we're on, is divine intelligence. We had that conversation about even AI has divine intelligence inside of it that is woven into it, which it exists in all things and all living things on the planet. It is there. It is there. And then understanding about the spiritual law of cause and effect. What are you causing at this time in your life? What is your cause? What is your cause? Because once you understand your cause, then you will realize the effects of that cause. If there is a cause that is happening right now, or shall I say, an effect that is happening in your life right now, then you don't look at the effect. The effect is not you losing your job. The effect is not wanting to move. The effect is not wanting to be out of a relationship. You have to go back and look at the cause. Because once you understand the essence of what you're causing, then you can ultimately change the effect. Because Who is causing? This is an old throwback from Self-Invested. The being is causing. You are causing. You are the cause that is bringing about the effect. You are the cause. Mm-hmm. You are the cause. And this number is number 4. You know, and this energy of number 4, this energy is about building new foundations. It's about building foundations. It's about structure. It's about discipline. It's about order. It's about truth. It's about fortitude. It's a building block. It's a healing block. The 4, right? Think about the 4 directions. It's power, the 4. It's universal, the 4. Okay. So now we're going to, wait till y'all see this. This right here. Last card that we have, the Dragon's Duel. Look at that. Look at the Dragon's Duel. Mm-hmm. The Dragon's Duel. The Dragon's Duel. This is card number 23, one of the more powerful numbers in numerology. And also a very powerful number, Michael Jordan. And the Dragon's Duel has to do with inner conflict. Inner conflict. You know, something that you cannot decide upon. That's happening on the inside. Remember, when we decide, we are cutting something out. It's an inner conflict. A part of you wants to go, a part of you wants to stay, a part of you loved the job, a part of you hate it. You understand? It's about something internal. The Dragon's Duel is showing up because something internal is brewing. There is a battle, there is a struggle that is happening from within. So this has to do with a conscious choice, not any choice, but a conscious choice. Can you make a conscious choice, a higher self choice? Sometimes we get into this energy of the Dragon's Duel because we think that the moment we make the decision, we have to immediately take action. And even though that's the case for some situations, most situations, it doesn't work that way. You make the decision today, and then the doorways start to open. It's not necessarily, oh, I know this relationship is over, I'm leaving in the morning. No, that's not going to be the case for most people. You're making a decision, and then what follows after that is your conscious choice. Your conscious choice of how you're going to move forward. You're using your intuition. You're using your intelligence. You're making, getting yourself a strategy, a plan to start beginning to move yourself forward to whatever that conscious choice is. I want to leave my job, but I'm going to make a conscious choice because I'm not going to quit today and then be living on the streets tomorrow, because that is not the choice I want. So I have to make a conscious choice. I have to make a decision today. And I have to also know that the universe is going to support me in that decision. And that's when I will get into the web weaver and I will start seeing synchronicities that will start to happen. I recognize that there will be points of the shadow that is happening. The shadow will come out. It will be some things that I don't know. I don't know exactly when I'm going to leave the job. I don't know exactly where I'm going to move next. I don't know exactly where the money will come from, but I do know that it is coming. And so I will have love, compassion, and consideration for myself, the situation, and others. I will have it. And the reason why is because I'm able to stand in my power. I will stand in my power. I will have a paradigm shift. I will cause one, something shocking, something surprising. I will be open to it all. Open to it all. Mhm. Mhm. Open to it all of it, because you understand the end result. This is how you reverse engineer because of this energy of the dragon's duel. Make the decision now. Make the choice now. Don't worry about what's going to be the first step and what do I need to do next. I don't try to figure out any of that. I make the decision, know that the universe is going to support me for my greatest and my highest good. Why would it not? I am God incarnated. And so, therefore, I am creating. And because I am here amongst other who is creating, I am following the support of my soul, which your soul resides in the source, the higher God, that source. And it is sending you information to say, I want this to be in a position that is filled with light for you, that is filled with ease with you, that is filled with clarity with you, that is filled with action with you. I'm not putting you in troubled and difficult situations. That is your mind that does that. That is the lower self that does that, that believes this is the only way it can happen. So the reason that you are staying connected to the universe, the divine God, the source, is because you are channeling, because your source can't even fit in our galaxy. That's how big it is. We are all a reflection of that source. So it's not about knowing everything in real time. It's about trusting that all things are in alignment, and not because Ms.Blue said it, but because you are saying it. And you recognize that you are participating in this process. So you have to make the decision. And where I find that a lot of people fall short is they're too scared to make the decision because they don't see the answer. And they don't realize that part of the answer cannot evolve because you are a creator. And if you're not doing anything to create something, nothing can come. Nothing's going to come to you. You're not going to get an answer because you did not decide. And when we decide, that means we're going to stop doing something. And I will give you a little clue. The first thing you're going to stop doing is you're going to stop criticizing and judging and beating yourself up. That's the first thing you have to, that's your first cut. Thank you for that super chat donation. That's the first thing that you're going to cut out of your life. That's the first thing you cut when you make a decision. If I decided, let's say, that I'm moving to Timbuktu, this is not the time for me to say, where are you going to get the money? How are you going to get a work permit? Because you need a work permit to move in that country. Where are you going to live? What are you going to do with all your things here? Well, you don't even have enough money for the plane ticket. No, That can't happen. If you're the one creating it, think of it this way. When you decide what is in the best interest for you and in your greatest and your highest, when you decide, that is when you start activating. You become, let me pull her out because she was our first card. You become the lady of lightning or the man of lightning, the god of lightning. This is when you start activating. You do not get energized. Your superpowers do not come alive unless you made a decision. Just like we don't get to see Spider-Man until his ass changed clothes. Other than that, he just walking around as Peter Dan Parker. He ain't got no powers. He can't scale no business. His spidey senses ain't activate. Nothing is happening. He can't say, oh, wow, they're over there robbing that lady, that old lady. They're hurting her. I wonder what I need to do. I want to do something, but what am I going to? No. So I want you to think about when you make a decision, when you make a decision, that's when you activate your superpowers. And this is what so many of us are just afraid to do because this is how we've been programmed. I know we hate to hear that word, but we've been programmed to be on delay. On delay, on delay, on delay. We have been programmed to be on delay. And we'll focus on everything. Well, I don't know how this is going to happen. And right now, this ain't my situation. And I'm trying to do the very best that I can. Ain't nobody ask you none of that. None of that. What do you want? What do you desire? Claim it. It's go time. Claim it. What do you want? Say it. Claim it. Once you say it, once you claim it, you get activated. Now you start seeing signs. And it starts to blow your mind and y'all start blowing me up. Oh my gosh. I've been talking about moving to Hawaii. And yesterday I said, you know what, Ms.Blue, I'm moving to Hawaii. Soon as I got ready to go to work, I seen 3 license plates that said Hawaii. Yes, the synchronicity, the universe is saying, okay, now you're listening. Now you're in alignment. You're listening. You're headed in the right direction. All of a sudden, the job you hate, that stinking job you can't stand, them stinking people, they come in there and say, okay, we need 3 people to volunteer. All expenses paid for 6 months to go to Hawaii. And then you're calling me saying, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. Why not? You put it in motion. You activated it. Your job is not to be locked in to one way. That's most of our problems. We think it's supposed to happen like this. Okay, I'm going to save $5,000. I got a friend of a friend who got a cousin that live in Hawaii. I'm going to ask her if I could sleep on her couch. I'll pay her some money. I'm going to try to find me a job. And once I find that job, and then I'm going to get me my own place. And in about a year from now, I'm going to be good to go. But I got to save up this money before I leave. You just blocked yourself. You just blocked yourself. You just totally blocked yourself. You're not even there. And this is all coming from your mind. And I'm not saying that's not a wise plan. What I'm telling you is when you allow your intuition to guide you and you expand your consciousness, it opens you up to possibilities you never, ever, ever seen coming. You never thought in your wildest, scariest dream it could happen. You never thought. You go in the coffee shop. You bump into the love of your life. Next thing you know, you two get together and the love of your life say, you know what? I always wanted to go to Hawaii. And you like, man, my girl told me she want to move to Hawaii and told me her job will move her there. And me and her decided we going to take a chance on our relationship and we going to move forward. It could happen. That wasn't something you were thinking. 6 months ago, you wasn't thinking about no girl. You wasn't interested in none of that. You was done with that. Your baby mama driving you crazy. You don't even want to look at another woman. But here you go. Something has been presented in front of you. And guess what? It's not something you could have imagined. It's not something you thought about. It's not something your mind could have conceived. But because you got in alignment, because the moment you claim it, you actually are already en route to the big island. It's already en route. That's what you don't understand. It's like the GPS. It has the directions. It understands the assignment, destination. It's got an ETA day, a estimated time of arrival. It's already happening in real life. Everything around you starts to change. You start bumping into people when you go in the grocery store that actually is from Samoa. You accidentally cut on the television and there go Pocahontas. Wrong person. Not Pocahontas. What's the other chick from Hawaii? Mona. There go Mona. You start seeing all kinds of stuff because guess what? You are no longer in a position of wanting to move. You've already moved. You've already moved. It's already done. That's how it works. It works like that. Stop overcomplicating this. Stop letting your mind run away with something that it's not its forte. That's not the mind. See, the mind comes into play when you say, okay, now I know I have an opportunity to move. I got 6 months from now. So let me start getting things in order. That's when you start using your mind. That's when the mind gets activated. And now you got super, you like a Power Ranger. You got the red, the blue, the green, the yellow, the gold, the black, the white, the orange, all the pink. You got all of the Power Rangers coming together as one. So that's the problem. If you have a problem, say this to yourself and repeat this. If there is a problem, I already have the solution. Otherwise, it would have never been my problem. It'd have been somebody else's problem. So anything that is challenging and that's a problem in your life is because your higher self already has a solution. And just by saying that to yourself, it's going to be freeing. It's going to be freeing. And you don't even have to know what it is, but you know it exists. You understand? You know it exists. You know somewhere out there it exists. Okay. You've been preparing for your divorce for the last year, and I just did it before the lunar moon. This is clarity. There you go. There you go. There you go, Candace. There you go. There you go. Mm-hmm. That's right. If you have a problem, you already have a solution. Because quiet as it's kept, you came here to work, baby. But you got the keys. You know how DJ I got the keys. You got the keys. You just got to allow your mind to get out the way from the keys. Because when your mind gets out the way from the keys, you don't feel that pressure. You become the one that applies the pressure. The pressure ain't on you. You give in pressure. You understand? See, it's different when, you walk in the room and you pressure. It's different We all know when somebody is bringing some pressure. We know the difference. Mm-hmm. Let me see. Let me see what Cynthia said. I said I'm going to the Hawaii as a kid, and as an adult, a friend at the time paid for me to go to Hawaii and pay for my return back home. I stayed 3 weeks and I kept thinking about going again. There you go. Oh, wrong button. Sorry. Wrong button. Wrong button. Wrong button. Wrong button, Cynthia. I don't know why that came. But yes, it happens like that. And if you look in your life, you're going to see so many situations where the same thing has happened. So let's claim our power. Let's claim. I knew y'all was going to catch that one. Let's claim our power. That woke you up, King. Let's claim our power. Let's make some decisions and you will start moving forward. Mm-hmm. 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 Let's claim our power because the work comes after we made the decision. After we make the decision, guess what? Guess what? Guess what? That's when things get in motion and we have to start taking action. But it also requires, hold on, where's my, hold on. It also requires you to keep that same frequency. You can't say, I made a decision, and every 2 seconds, you somewhere asking 50 billion people to give you an answer on what you should do when you already made a decision. I'm not talking about if you need insight on moving further into your decision. I'm talking about whether or not you are even making the right decision. Yeah, have support. But ultimately, I need you to be in your sovereignty energy when you're making that decision. And so, therefore, your asking for assistance looks a little different. It looks like I have made a decision that I no longer want to live in this state. And here is my plan going forward. And I just want to share that with you. And if there's anything that you want to give me as some insight that you can see. But to say, should I leave or should I stay? No. That's no one's decision to make but yours. But quiet as it's kept, if you ask me, I'm going to tell you, you know damn well what you need to be doing. You know what you're supposed to be doing. You already know. And some of you are running from the mess you have made. And I'm not calling anybody out. Some of you are just trying to run from the mess you have made. And I say to you, clean up your mess before you think about leaving. Clean up your mess and you will get out of there faster than you can say bye. Clean up your mess. You want to know why you can't move forward? Clean up your mess. Or you're just going to go somewhere else and make another damn mess. Just a messy, messy mess. Hey, Yay. Look at this. Tasha said Ms.Blue, even though she forgot the L. I know you wanted to say love. It's all good. She said, you a bad chick. I claim to be a better real estate agent and just got a lead. Can't make this shit up. I'm telling you, it works. It works. I do it all the time. Cleaning up my mess. I got a mess right now. I know y'all can't see it, but I got a mess right now. I got to clean up. I got to clean up this mess. And so I mean that literally. I mean that figuratively. I mean that emotionally. I mean that in every way possible. Clean up your mess. Clean up your mess and then decide. Decide. Don't worry about the rest. The rest will come. It will come. Has no other choice because you are now in alignment with it. You're in alignment. All right. So that's our read for the weekend. That's our read for the weekend. How was that? How did that do you? That do you good? That do you good? That do you good? So that's our read for the weekend. So I'm going to get ready to get out of here because I have to get ready for our cosmic call tomorrow. For everyone who will be there, make sure you check your email, the email you signed up with. We're going to be on the Veil Breaker call as well as the Liquid Magic call. So this is what we're going to do in honor of the Veil Breaker workshop that we're going to have coming up this weekend. If you're still tuned in and you're listening, when you come back and you leave a comment, I want you to do me a favor. List your top 3 takeaways. Like, what were 3 things either it brought into mind for you? Maybe you received an activation from this call, and during that activation, it reminded you of 3 things, and these are your 3 takeaways from our Blue Talk here, the talk that we had here, or 3 things that stood out to you from the call tonight. List those 3 things. And then afterwards, I want you to put the little sprinkle of the water and put liquid magic under there. And then I want us all, because everyone has access to a little bit of formulation of the liquid magic. And what I mean by that is to get you a beautiful glass, right? And I want you to pour you some water in there, any water of your choice. And I want you to charge that up. And I want you to think about everything that we talked about in our collective reading here this evening, and as well as some of the things that are on your heart at this particular time of how you want to move forward. And I want you to decide and to make a choice and make that decision and that choice and hold that glass tight and send that energy into the water. And then once you've made that decision, I want you to close your eyes and take a drink, and hold that vision for yourself and drink that water. Drink that water. You want that fragrance. Listen, I am definitely going to, and thank you all so much. Thank you all for that. And I want you all to leave your comments below. We can keep this conversation going in chat. And I want to say thank you to everyone for the Cash App. Wow, that's amazing. I am so eternally grateful. I'm going to put a link in the chat before we get out of here. And the link is to the Liquid Magic. And yes, it is sold out, but I do want you all to, who have it, I want you to please go leave a review. And for those of you who say next time you want to get it, I want you to go to the website. Did the link come through? I don't think the link came through. Go to the website and, what am I trying to say? Go to the website and also leave a go to the website. Gosh, can I even talk about it? Can I even talk about it? Hold on. Hold on. Give me a minute, you guys. I'm going to go there. I'm getting tongue tied. And I want you to take a look and read the comments of what everyone is saying there. Let me go. So the site is Know Your Magic. Dot. I'm special. Give me a moment. Oh, I know why. Never mind. Hold on. I'm in the wrong place. I'm going to get it together. I'm going to get it together. Love you, Ms.Blue, for all you do, done, and will do. Thank you so much. Non-applicable. I can't say that word. I never been able to say that since I've been a child. I don't know. I don't know what's up with my tongue. Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. I love you all so much. Let's see. Let's see. I gotta reload because I don't know why I can't see. Oh, we got a new review up here. I love it. Okay, so let me give you the real link because I don't know what I gave y'all. Let me see if I can get the real link. Thank you, Tremel. Thank you, Lola Falana, but it's not on the PayHip site. It's on the other site. Thank you, Mad Titan, for the super chat donation. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you so much. So there's the link. I'm going to go through. Do y'all not want me to call y'all out? See, people, I don't want to offend nobody. Do y'all not want me to call y'all out for the Cash App? I want to say thank you to I'll just say your first initial. No. I'll say your first name. I'll just say your first name. How about that? Is that okay, or y'all don't want me to do that? I'm just listen. Thank you, Andrea. I just want to tell y'all thank you, but I know some of y'all give and y'all don't want people to know. So I'm going to say thank you. I'm going to say thank you. Thank you to all of you so much. It really touches my heart that you all support the platform so much. It really does. Because listen, the way y'all blowing up them text messages, them people is threatening to kick me off of there. They said this wasn't built for this kind of texting. Oh, thank you so much, Andrea. Thank you so much. And seriously, V, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you both. Thank you all. And thank you all for the Cash App as well. So there you go. You all have the link. You can go back there. You can listen. But I really want to hear your thoughts about this. We're going to get together tomorrow. We're going to have a great time. I will be doing some more liquid magic. And we're going to get together for the cosmic call for the veil breaker. And I'm so excited for the information that I want to share with you all. We'll be together, not for a long time, but for a little time. Thank you so much. Y'all trying to make me cry, and I'm about to get off of here. And the tears are really for the expression of the love and the work. Because none of this is required. I do it because I love it, and I do it because of the love for all of you and all of us here together. And I know you all would do the same for me. And so I love you all tremendously. I do. And I want us to keep getting this work. Like we got to keep doing the work. And I'm talking about that soul work on ourselves, on each other. And we got to keep doing it. Don't give up on yourself. I promise you. Don't. I'm starting to get a little emotional when I think about the giving up just because of some things that happened this week. But don't give up on yourself. I promise you. No matter how it looks right now, that can change at any given moment. Any given moment. Don't let anyone trick you out of your power, of how powerful you are. Don't let anyone trick you into that. into believing you're not powerful. Don't let anyone, don't let anything, whether that be anything in your city, your state, your government, things are not as they appear to be, and they can change at any given moment. All right. A lot of people are doing what we pulled in the cards. They're attempting to manipulate out of fear, out of fear. And I don't want you to fall into the trap of fear. Do not fall into the trap of fear. You understand? Anybody can say anything. It's like that dog barking from behind the gate. That dog barking from behind the gate is doing all that barking. But the moment the damn gate is open, he ain't coming out. He ain't coming out. He just barking. The gate open. The big dog is across the street waiting on him. He ain't coming out. But if the gate is closed, oh, he gonna keep barking. He gonna make you think, I'm about to tear this gate down. I'm about to jump over this gate. I'm about to come out this gate. Ain't getting ready to do nothing. Nothing at all. I could tell y'all a real story about a friend of mine. Friend of mine, Sharon, had a miniature, Doberman named Prince. And one day we went to PetSmart, and she had to take her other dog, Fluffy, inside because Fluffy was getting groomed, because that's what Fluffies does. Fluffies get groomed. And I was standing outside with Prince, and I was holding him very tight because everybody who walked by with their dog, with their cat, with their pet, he was charging them like he was about to go and tear them up. All of a sudden, one of my coworkers, who had a famous name, Cindy Crawford, that's her real name, she was getting out the car, and she had two huge, beautiful, gorgeous Afghan. Have you ever seen an Afghan hound? These dogs are regal, and their hair and their coat, they were gorgeous. And her husband was walking across the parking lot, and Prince took off. And I was taking everything in my might, telling him to come back. He was literally jumping in the air because he was trying to get at them Afghans. And here they came prancing across the parking lot. They was just shaking their hair and prancing, not a care in the world. And all of a sudden, it came to me. Drop the leash. I dropped the leash. Prince took 3 steps forward, and then he looked back at me and realized, oh, she not holding me back. So here comes my friend, my coworker, Cindy, Blue, and she's hugging me, and her husband has the 2 Afghans, and they're just standing there like this. Prince is doing this. I looked down at Prince. I said, no, go ahead. Go ahead. You was trying to, when you trying to do something, he just looked back at me. I picked up the link, wrapped it around my hand, and I was so tickled. So I went inside to tell my friend Sharon about what Prince did. When we got inside, it was an older white lady. You cannot make this up. I know my readers are thick, but her glasses was real thick. And she had a pit bull. She had a pit bull. And she was telling the people about how she wanted them to cut his nails on the pit bull. Soon as I opened the door, because my friend is back there with Fluffy, telling them how to cut Fluffy's hair, Prince starts growling and locking eyes with the pit bull. He, that pit bull did like this, I promise you, turned his head like, oh, you calling me? Immediately turned about, 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 face, took his shoulders and did some, I don't know. You know how people are double jointed? Did something double jointed with his shoulder and his head, locked eyes on little ass Prince and bucked up like this. And I was like, oh my God, oh my God. I said, stay calm. This is me. Cause I'm like, if that old lady cannot hold, that pit bull had to be a good 160, 180. I said, oh, she cannot. And she was walking with a cane. I said, she cannot hold him. So I'm trying to drag Prince out of the little pet. If you've ever been in PetSmart, the little grooming window, I'm trying to drag him out of the waiting area so that he can get away from this pit bull. Because I'm like, if this pit bull comes after you, it's a rat, Prince. I'm literally dragging him like his little legs ain't even moving. Soon as we get outside and close the door, I am fussing at him. Why did you do that? Are you crazy? Do you know if that pit bull would have got a hold of you? And so I said, come on, we going outside. So I start walking outside. Here come two PetSmart employees. Ma'am, 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 they chasing me down. Ma'am, excuse me. Ma'am, I turn around. This is what they do to me, y'all. They hand me two baggies. Here you go. Because your pet pooped all the way from the grooming room all the way down the aisle. Can you please go clean that up? I looked at Prince. I said, yo, scary, shitty ass. You did all of that and you was scared shitless. You done pooped all in these people's store and you ain't even my dog and I got to clean it up. I was so done. I was so done with his little behind. I said, oh, you'll never punk me no more. From now on, when you get the growling, every time I had him, I would just drop his leash. And he started sitting down like this. I said, yeah. Go ahead. No, go try to charge. Go on over there. Go try to get him. Go try to jump and fight that dog. I said, go ahead. He started doing this. He kept looking up at me. I said, what you standing by me for? Go ahead, Prince. Do what you've been doing. Just go run over there. So when my friend came out, she said, oh, I'm sorry it took such a long time. How was it? How was Prince? She said, oh, you not holding his leash? I said, oh, no. She said, oh, you got to hold it. You know, Prince will try to attack another dog. I said, no, he won't. No, he won't. I said, leave him. So here comes this man and his dog. I said, don't pick up his leash. I said, go ahead, Prince. You bad. You want to go get him? Go on and get him, Prince. I said, there you go. There you go. There you go. So I say all of that to say that this is what a lot of people are out here in this world doing. They little princes. They doing all this barking. They doing all this roughing up stuff. They doing all this. We gonna do this and we gonna do that. Drop the leash. And then you're going to see they not getting ready to do none of that. You know, a couple of Prince's journey, they not getting ready to do none of that. But it makes for good commentary to scare you shitless. You know? That's right. Barking and not gonna bite nobody. They not fixing to do none of that. None of that. Not getting ready to do any of that. So don't let the princes in the world scare you. Don't let it. You keep on focus. Keep on moving. You keep on doing what you know you're being called to do. And, you know, my parents used to tell us something when we were young, and I'm going to go. I know I get a little long-winded. And my father used to tell me, worry when it's time to worry. It's not time to worry right now. It's not time to get all fluffed up. This ain't the time. It's never a time to worry. But this definitely is not the time to worry. This is the time so that you can see clear things that wasn't clear for maybe 10 years, maybe 13 years. For some of y'all, some of this shit ain't never been clear your whole life. This is the first time you having a moment of clarity in your whole entire life. You might now, for the very first time in your life, seeking some damn clarity. Everything might have been jumbled up your whole life. And for the first time in your life, you are coming into clarity. Please, please, please do not hand that power over so easily. Keep trusting yourself, keep loving yourself, keep being good to others. Let's have an amazing weekend. Remember, we got not until Monday, we got until next Monday. We got to keep our energy and our frequency high. So I will be doing more talks for us to come together to have this good old chit chat so we can come together and hype each other up. And we're not hyping each other up with fluff. We're doing some real magic here, and we're spreading some real love here and some real power. So I just want to say thank you. We're gonna get off of here. We didn't cross the line at 3 hours. And I said I wasn't going to do 3 hours tonight. I told Baby Blue, baby, I'm only staying on there an hour. She said, I'll see you 3 hours from now. I said, I'm not doing no 3 hours tonight. That's why I'm going on early. I'm going to do 1 hour. I just got a few things I want to share, connect with the soul family, and I'm going to be good. I'm not going to take forever tonight. Mm-mm. 1 hour. And I even set my clock. My clock then went off. I didn't answer because sometimes you got to switch it up. Sometimes you got to switch it up. Sometimes you got to go with the flow. Sometimes you got to bypass what you have planned for something that is a greater plan. And that greater plan is always you. So I love you, Soul Family. I thank you all for joining me here live. Make sure you like, subscribe, and all that beautiful thing if you feel called to do it. Yeah, we'll be back here together very soon. So peace and love. Ciao. Oracle kisses. Ciao.